Good evening, everybody. Getting ready for Monday Night Football. Hopefully, we can put a nice cap on what's been a pretty bad week from a fantasy standpoint, from an injury standpoint, for sure. It's Adam Azer, Tara Roberts, and Heath Cummings here on Monday. We're answering your questions, so please get them in. Please hit that like button. Tara, great to see you. I don't think I was on the Monday show. No, I was not on the Monday show last week, so I missed you. How you doing, Tara?
I'm doing good. I don't think I've talked to you in weeks now. It's been
really?
3 weeks since I've seen you. Yeah.
It's been at least
it's good to see you.
It is good to see you too. Heath, what's up? You're fine.
We had a pretty great Monday show. We got 40 minutes into it, and then Dave said maybe I should talk about the guy who was the thumbnail, which I don't know. Not sure that was even helpful. It was a really, really fun show, and I've got some fun stuff for you today as well, Adam.
You do?
I ran a Twitter poll, and I thought, man, Adam Azer would love this Twitter poll.
All right, I'm sure the answer was Tyrod Taylor with 68% of the vote. Okay,
Tyrod Taylor is not an option.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I gave some quarterback stats here: QBA and QBB. QBA, they've scored the exact same number of fantasy points so far this season through 6 games.
I know who they are.
And I asked, who would you rather have rest of season? I didn't give their names. Neither of them are Daniel Jones.
Based on this profile, I'd rather have player B.
Neither of them are Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, interesting. I thought this was Stroud versus Lawrence. Okay, now I've got to start thinking here. Tara, do you know who they are?
One has a little rushing upside.
One
is the top one.
Oh, I know exactly who they are. I know who one of them. No, I don't know. I know who one of them is. I don't know who has the 150 rushing yards. One of them is Purdy, right?
QBA is Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say the other one's Garoppolo, but it's not because he hasn't rushed for 150 yards.
12-4.
It's another AFC West quarterback.
It's Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson and Brock Purdy. And Russell Wilson ran away with the vote.
Not for me. I have both of them in our Superflex league, and I thought after Thursday I was like, damn right, I started Purdy over Russell Wilson. What a call! That didn't go so well. Who would you vote for, Tara?
I think I would have gone with the first one. Just because of the 2 rushing touchdowns would have given me a little maybe they like him at the goal line.
I probably would have gone with the second. I like the profile better for the second one. More pass attempts, more rushing yards.
But, Russell Wilson's never accomplished what Brock Purdy has in his career. So you just give Brock Purdy a pass.
Oh, welcome to Fantasy Football 2018, everybody. Look, I'd love to give Russell Wilson a pass. It just kind of looks like crap, I think. If Brock Purdy's not going to have Deebo Samuel. The good news is Deebo Samuel seems like he's day-to-day. And you know what? You should rerun that as Purdy versus Wilson and see what the results are.
Yeah, I think I'll have you retweet it because I think with my followers, probably Wilson would win.
Okay. Let's do that then. But yes, we do have a ton of news here, and I will get to your questions now. We're learning David Montgomery is going to be out a little bit. It looks like both Rams running backs are going to be out this week, so maybe Zach Evans could be the guy for the Rams. Deebo Samuel day-to-day, no word yet on McCaffrey. There's a lot. I'm sure I'm missing a lot. So let's get to some questions here. We don't have to talk about that stuff. We can talk about whatever you want. What are the odds for Dan here? I'm fading Dan Fader. Needs 20.6 points from
this week. Against that defense, I can see that happening. Nice bounce back here.
So full PPR, I had him projected this week. Oh no, I've already got the week 7 projections in, so I don't know for sure. Definitely below 50%, but I think he got like a 35% shot.
Yeah, you could do this. All right, we got a trade here of Justin Jefferson. Gave up Ridley and Warren for Justin Jefferson.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I think as long as you got at least 4 wins, that's a great trade.
Let's see. Oh, we need 62 points from Lamb and Pollard. Okay, you have less of a chance than the first guy there.
Speaking of Warren, his whole value has been the fact that he gets 6 targets a game. With both Deontay Johnson and Pat Freiermuth back, do we think that still happens?
No.
I don't think
I'm
so.
not sure either one of the Steelers. I got a text from Zach Brook today, and he said, "Who's the most disappointing player in fantasy? Not thinking about injuries. No injuries. Cannot have had any injuries."
Yeah, I got the same text. I'm curious who you went with.
Najee Harris. I don't think it's debatable.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one. I
it's
said
Najee.
Ramondre Stevenson.
that's another good one.
First, I said CeeDee Lamb, and then I said, let's wait, but he's got a game tonight, so you never
Right.
know. But then I said, let's go Stevenson. Yeah, Najee's a good one. Is Amari Cooper a start this week?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to be very good at start-sit questions on Monday night. I'm still wading through my projections, and I haven't got to my rankings yet. But yeah,
why not?
Well-
They're at Indianapolis. I mean, do you need Deshaun Watson for them?
it's
him
Amari
to be
Cooper on the road.
It's
And the Colts defense hasn't been as terrible as, especially the secondary's not been good, but not near as bad as we all thought it was going to be.
You're probably starting him with 6 teams on a bye. I'm definitely starting him if Watson plays.
Yeah.
Where's the seltzer, Heath? And would you drop Josh Dotson? Oh, we got it. There it is.
We got some beach plum tonight.
Beach plum. Okay. Josh Dotson for Jahan Dotson for Josh Downs or Curtis Samuel.
I would drop Jahan Dotson for a beach plum LaCroix. So
Yeah. Yeah, he's been on my drop list for a while now. So not a while, 2 weeks, but yes, we're letting go.
Better
He's
pickup.
towards the top of the list of the most disappointing players in fantasy.
Elijah Mitchell or Zach Evans?
I prefer to have Elijah Mitchell just because it's very possible that him not getting those carries last week was related to him just coming back from the injury. He was questionable heading into the weekend, so he might not have been fully ready to go. I would prefer to take that possibility of Elijah Mitchell.
And I'm going to say this a lot this week. Like, I really think it's so many decisions, and especially trades, need to be made this week based on where you're at in the standings. Because with 6 teams on a bye and some teams hurt so bad by injuries, like I'm going to rank Zach Evans higher than Elijah Mitchell this week. I'd rather have Elijah Mitchell on my roster. But if I need to go get a win, it's Zach Evans.
Are you saying you'd rather have Mitchell than Jordan Mason?
No, I will rank it Evans, Mason, Mitchell for me this week.
Okay. All right.
Rest of season, I'd rank it Mason, Mitchell, Evans.
Okay. Christopher is new to football and to fantasy. Should I give up James Cook from the Bills? No.
I mean, it depends on what for. But just
Don't drop him.
yeah, don't drop him. He's still the
Right.
RB1.
I would not drop him for a beach plum LaCroix.
I need a combined 36 from Lamb and Keenan Allen. How we feeling?
I'm feeling super positive tonight, apparently. Yeah, I'm feeling this. I like you got a superstar complaining publicly, force-fed targets this week, perhaps. So yeah, little uptick from CeeDee Lamb and typical Keenan Allen. Get you there.
Yeah, I think you got a 40+% chance.
I thought you were going to play the squeaky wheel there. Yeah, better than the Tony Pollard guy's chances.
Yeah. Give up Alexander Madison and Cortland Sutton for Ken Walker.
Oh, yes.
I like that.
You might get laughed at or ignored, but I'd try.
Would you trade CJ Stroud for Jerome Ford?
I mean, if you're fine at quarterback, yes.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Am I ever going to start CJ Stroud? That's the question there.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about grapefruit, by the way?
I have not had a grapefruit in like 5 years, but I used to be into it.
I remember
though.
hating them when my grandparents ate them. And so I've just never eaten a grapefruit since.
Yeah.
But there's several grapefruit IPAs that I've enjoyed. So I'm okay with it.
I just don't even know the occasion. Like, yeah,
Breakfast.
it was also grandparents for me that got that. I feel like everyone's grandparents introduced them to grapefruit. That's a bad stigma for the fruit. But when you said breakfast, they're so bitter.
No, I think it's the opposite. It's a bad stigma for the grandparents.
No,
Like,
I think
there's lots of things my grandparents introduced me to that I enjoyed. They got that one wrong.
But there's nothing cool about grapefruit. Like, could you imagine having some friends over? I'd give you guys like blueberries and strawberries and feel.
We don't eat those. Do you give people oranges too? Like whole, or you just hand them an orange when they come over?
I think if I came to the house,
tangerine.
yeah, if you had a bucket of clementines, I would ask for one. I wouldn't even ask. I'd just take one. But a grape.
I have some downstairs right now.
Exactly. I would take one right from you, Terry. I wouldn't even let you know.
I'm going to go buy some grapefruits and try them out.
Okay. I mean,
Maybe I'll have one on the show on Wednesday.
That would be wonderful. When I was growing up, my mom used to put sugar on the grapefruit. It's like,
yes,
it didn't occur to me. Right. Now it occurs to me like that can't be a good fruit if you have to put sugar on the grapefruit. All right, we got another Ken Walker trade here. He gave up Devonte Smith, James Cook, and Najee Harris for Ken Walker and Christian Watson. That's interesting.
Fine.
Yeah, I can get on board with it.
Would you trade T. Higgins for Christian Kirk?
I would not. Just perception wise, I would want a little bit more for T. Higgins just because he has that T. Higgins-ness about him.
I think it's a fine trade if you have to get a win this week.
Oh gosh. Well, yeah. I mean, you can't start Higgins, but there's a decent chance you're not going to have Trevor Lawrence. It's going to be C.J. Beathard at the Saints on Thursday.
I think Lawrence is fine.
You think so? Okay. I hope you're right. C.J. Beathard is their backup, and all right, keep an eye on that. Higgins only played 54% of the snaps yesterday. Beach plum pear from Mr. Grapefruit. Yeah. Is that what you have? Peach plum pear?
No, this is just beach plum.
Okay. The best LaCroix flavors have a P in the name somewhere. Buy or sell?
Sell.
So, yeah.
I like mango. Lime is nice on Taco Tuesday.
They have the pamplemousse. When I saw the pamplemousse, I thought it was like pamplemousse. I thought it was like French or something. But I think pamplemousse, I guess, is a thing.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one. It's got too many P's. 1 P max.
Would you stream Carr or Ritter? Carr against Jacksonville. Really testing my schedule knowledge. Ritter at the Bucks, or roll with Jared Goff at Baltimore.
I'm rolling with Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carr's tempting though, but
is he?
He's not to me.
What specifically about him is tempting?
It was a high yardage game. I mean,
that's true.
It's against. I mean, no, great. It's against Chicago. We don't know if Chicago's secondary stepped up or if Minnesota just can't operate without Justin Jefferson. So.
All right, let's see. Any thoughts on what Baltimore will do with Keaton Mitchell?
I don't think that they will do. I saw where the head coach, whose name is, where John Harbaugh said that he is seriously easing him in. Like, oh, he'll work on special teams and then he can earn his way. Like, it sounds like he's going to have to work very hard for it. And this is not going to be an usable situation anytime soon.
Would you trade Trevor Lawrence and Jordan Addison for any of those 3 quarterbacks? And if so, which one would you choose? And before you answer that, going into tonight's game, Justin Herbert is the number 1 quarterback in fantasy per game.
I think I would, if assuming that Addison was like my 4th wide receiver, and I'm not going to start somebody worse because of this trade, I would do it for any of them.
I would. Tua would be the last one, just because I think playoff time, it gets a little shaky.
Why? There's bad matchups?
Yeah, I'm good with Tua now, but long run, what is it? I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but what is it?
We can
Jets, Dallas, Baltimore.
I've been workshopping a take on the Dolphins.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Are they Dick Vermeil's Rams or Dick Vermeil's Chiefs?
I don't know Dick Vermeil's Chiefs. What is like? I obviously know the greatest.
13-3, lost in the playoffs because they couldn't force a punt. Weren't actually contenders, but beat a bunch of teams and looked like contenders for a lot of the season. Like the Dolphins haven't beat a team with a winning record yet.
Have they not?
They get a chance this week.
They do, yeah. I think Jalen Phillips has been hurt most of the year. He's supposed to be their best edge rusher. Well, he and Chubb. And then Jalen Ramsey, I could see their defense rounding into form. I'm a Fangio guy. He's got a very good track record. But they did lose. They got their asses kicked their butts kicked by the Bills. I'm leaning they might be a little soft.
Well, they go Eagles, then Patriots at home, then Chiefs. And after that, they probably don't play a team with a winning record until Christmas Eve.
All right. Merry Christmas.
So they might go 13-4 and not have to beat a team with a winning record.
From Elia, Ilya. Drop for a bye week wide receiver. Tajay Spears, Keaton Mitchell, Deontay Foreman. Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah.
Who would you guys rather have? James, Tony Pollard. I went to high school with James Pollard. Tony Pollard or Travis Etienne? My high school friends are going to laugh at this one. Maybe it's because his name is James that I said that too, but I got to take a picture of that.
Can I wait until after the game?
That's a good point. That's super close. I still lean. I lean towards Etienne slightly.
Would you trade Cooper Kupp for Jamar Chase?
No, I would not.
I think it's reasonable. I don't often I don't feel confident enough that one's going to be better than the other that I would make that trade. I wouldn't trade Jamar Chase for Cooper Kupp either, probably. Okay. But if you have a strong lean that way, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Kupp's injury risk is higher.
Okay, we're looking for some more questions here. And who would you rather have rest of season, Olave, Lamb, or DJ Moore?
Can I wait until after the game?
It's still Lamb for me.
Yes, probably. But if he gives me like 5 for 60 without a score on 7 targets tonight, it might be Olave.
Has Olave scored? How many passing touchdowns does this team have? Oh, he did score. He scored last week with like 12 yards. That's right.
Rashid Shaheed, I think, has 2.
Mm-hmm.
Passing.
Foster Moreau caught 1.
They have 5 in 5 games. In 6 games, they have 5 passing touchdowns.
So he's a little below pace, but
they only have 3 rushing touchdowns. That's
like he's usually around 20, isn't he?
I don't know.
Do you think that
2.5 games? I don't think he could actually throw a touchdown.
That's true.
I'm not so sure that we haven't yet fully talked about like the difference between being a quarterback in the red zone or throwing touchdown passes and throwing completions at the 50. Because there are some guys that just really struggle with that. And there are some guys that are really good at it. Like Russell Wilson's always had a high touchdown rate.
Yeah. Yeah, Carr has not. So anyway, is grapefruit a good fruit? That's our poll right now. It's pretty close. No has the 54%. Yes has 43%. What was did we have the Stroud Lawrence poll up, Schaefer? What were the results there? Because yesterday I think we asked, who would you rather have in dynasties, Stroud or Lawrence? And I think Stroud was winning that one pretty easily.
Stroud was winning like by 70. It was 75% to like 20, and then C results was whatever was left.
Well, C results is not necessary, but actually,
when I was writing C results, I was thinking, do I need to put this? And as I was writing the poll, I was like, what if I don't care? What if I don't want to vote? I would put C results. So C results is actually necessary, completely necessary.
Okay. I agree, Thomas.
I gotta say, before I signed on yesterday for one of our shows, Thomas and Heath were talking. And he has completely brainwashed Thomas. starts talking to Thomas about how bad Brock Purdy is, like all these things that he's invited Thomas in, and Thomas is renting a house there.
We just have a similar worldview. We were sitting there, both of us having a LaCroix, having a conversation as men do. He's drinking a LaCroix right now. Look at this.
All right, Sarah, who would you rather have in Dynasty, Trevor Lawrence or CJ Stroud?
I really would rather have CJ Stroud.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
I had Stroud ahead of him before this week. I made the switch after last week.
Dude, J-Rob always coming in here with the anger. J-Rob, you need to chill, bro.
Is he angry at me or you or?
He's angry at Mark Andrews.
Oh, well.
Mar needs to hear the same damn thing. Throw the bleeping ball to Mark Andrews, damn it. Tell Baker Mayfield to throw Chris Godwin the GD football. I mean, this guy.
Oh, come on.
And it's all in caps, too. It's all in caps.
Oh, no, we can't have that.
No. And this was
Week
yesterday.
7 anger.
Going crazy. Grade the oh, wait. No, that's not it. We'll read this one anyway. Can I get 46 from yes? From yes. You can.
Although it is a tricky combo because
it
Austin
is.
and Eckler do really well. You're not getting anything from the Cowboys defense.
Right, but you got the kicker. Yeah, you get some sacks. Well, like, what if Allen or Keenan Allen catches a pass, goes 60 yards and fumbles? Cowboys recover. That'd be good. That'd be a net positive.
I'd like to know how many times in the history of the NFL, Tara, do you think that a receiver has caught a pass, gone 60 yards, and then lost a fumble?
Yeah, but we actually would really bet. You can see who's the two. The Cowboys would get the two. Ferguson, oh yeah, no, you're screwed, Morgan. You're done. Would you pick up Reynolds, Mason, or Singletary? Craig Reynolds, Jordan Mason, or Devin Singletary?
I would probably take my chances with Mason.
The right answer is we don't know
Yeah.
yet. I mean, I made
We lost
waiver changes.
2.
I have some leagues that have Tuesdays and some that have Wednesdays, and I got off all my DeMarcado bids on Wednesday, I think last week, like Wednesday afternoon, because of the stuff that was coming out. So follow us. We'll have content coming out Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening, and they try to tweet about it and stuff. But if McCaffrey's out, I'd probably go Mason, but Gibbs might be back. Dan Campbell said he was trending the right direction. So it might be Singletary. It could be literally any of these three.
Yeah, this could be a Jahmyr Gibbs week. That would be nice for a lot of people who've been waiting for that. He's had 1 week without Montgomery. Played pretty well. Rest of season, pick 2 of this group. Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley.
First 2.
Mike Evans, the healthy, the hamstring will be good at some point. And Garrett Wilson.
All right, J-Rob is apologizing. Appreciate that. We're just trying to keep the vibes good here, you know?
J Rob could be my brother. My brother's name is Jay.
Oh, maybe.
I don't think it is. But
This Will could be my brother for all I know. Thank you, Will.
Does your brother compliment you?
Yes, he's a very nice brother. Yeah,
Okay.
he is.
no.
He's a very, very much a big brother. Always looking out. Mostert or ETN long term? We have not answered this already. It's all good.
Etienne.
ETN, yeah.
Kareem Hunt or Jordan Mason? Yeah, I think it's time to drop Keaton Mitchell, as Tara was saying.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And who would you pick up?
I mean, Jordan Mason has the immediate value, but we saw old Kareem Hunt. That looked like the guy that we saw a couple years ago. I'm liking Kareem Hunt. I'm okay with that one.
Mason, if McCaffrey's out, Hunt. If he's not, and if we don't know for sure, we'll go Hunt.
Okay, let's see. Would you drop Deontay Foreman for Rashawn Johnson?
Yeah.
I would.
Let's get a little roster percentage on Rashawn Johnson here. Is it under 70% now? Because this is a guy who might be your best waiver wire bet. 76%. I bet on ESPN and Yahoo it's more like 50%. So Rashawn Johnson, take a look at him. I would think he'd be back this week. Would you give up Tony Pollard for DK Metcalf and Jonathan Taylor? And Heath, you have to answer before the game.
I would.
Yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
Would you rather have Tony Pollard or Brees Hall rest of the season?
Brees Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wow.
I believe that.
That's a
I
good
said
one.
that really quickly, but I don't know if I believe that. That's a great
I believe
question.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Brees Hall. Pretty blown away by Brees Hall. Best 2-yard run I've ever seen.
And I will guarantee you, I can find some David Montgomery 2-yard runs where he made like 5 guys miss.
David Montgomery has never spun in his life.
Oh,
Zach Moss, Romeo Dobbs. I think
I'm going to text Thomas a video right now of David Montgomery spinning.
Oh, you think you need to text him? He's already got it queued up. He's already Josh Palmer or Quentin Johnston.
Palmer.
I'm a little bit worried about his health. Yeah, I guess I'll still risk it with Palmer. I'm just concerned about the health, really.
Favorite streaming DST this week? I'm looking at the Commanders. 50%, 49% rostered. Facing the G-Men. We got some backup quarterback possibilities here. So you could go with the Colts against Cleveland. The Saints, if they're available. Maybe against the Jaguars. The Raiders at the Bears. I probably wouldn't do that. Seattle. Seattle's got Arizona at home. I like that. Those are my two right now, Commanders and Seahawks.
Ooh, there's a good one.
Seahawks.
2-yard spin for a first down in college from David Montgomery. He's had that skill for a while.
Oh, wow. Let's see. We'll get some new questions here. Buy or sell. Devonte Smith will crush your dreams of being a wide receiver 2 all year long. So this is my dream about like me being a wide receiver 2? I don't have that dream.
No, I mean it's kind of similar to last year.
Devonte, yeah. I don't know if I have any theory about Devonte Smith, it's that he's not going deep enough, and Jalen Hurts is doing a lot of that, and he's not going short enough, and Jalen Hurts is doing some of that, mostly with DeAndre Swift. But it's really just kind of a goofy theory to explain something that's maybe just random. And that drop he had was a bad drop. Would have had a much better game. But I don't know, man. Tara, I don't know what to do with Devonte Smith.
And keep rolling him out. I mean, last year, if you compare his first half of the season to the back half of the season, I mean, it could flip at any time. It did last year, and he was literally right there, slightly above A.J. Brown. So it can flip. He just needs to have a little conversation with Jalen Hurts on the sideline, and it'll be okay.
Oh, wow. Looked like they had a fight before the game, and Austin Eckler just got punched so hard his helmet got knocked off.
Get out of here.
I'm serious.
Jeez. Is Thomas single white female like Heath? That's pretty bad.
Chances that Thomas has ever seen single white female. I'm going to say like 4%.
It was 1%.
1%.
Never heard of it.
Do you know who
Never
Ross
heard of it. Oh.
Never heard it. It's not a bad movie. I don't know if you should. It's not worth seeing. I do think I look a little bit like Ross from Friends. And if you are a Friends fan, I actually tried to make a video compilation of this. And I want to say this on the podcast when we have thousands of people listening, because this is a thing. They say, I can't believe hundreds of times throughout the series. Ross in particular, he's always going, I can't believe. Like almost every other episode, maybe Ross says, I can't believe. And if he doesn't, someone else. I think Monica's probably second. So next time you watch Friends, keep your ears open.
Tara, do you think he looks more like Ross from Friends or Jimmy Garoppolo? Because I like to call him Mini Garoppolo, like Jimmy and Minnie. Yeah,
I appreciate that. Thank
Mini
you.
Garoppolo. Aw, that's a nice name. I like
That is a great. I love it. Give up Evans and Ken Walker. Get Jefferson, Debo, and Rashad White. That's interesting.
Seems like a bit much. I'd expect a bigger discount if I'm taking both Jefferson and Debo one.
Yeah.
This is a funny one, appropriate for tonight. Who the hell is Keaton Mitchell?
There was
Mitchell is
behind the scenes drama on the set of FFT on Sunday morning because Dave had picked up Keaton Mitchell everywhere and put him on his IR slot. And Keaton Mitchell had been activated, and Jamie's the commissioner of all of our leagues. And Dave had still had him in his IR slot and was thinking that he could just get through this early London game. And Jamie was threatening to go drop him from his roster.
Dude, I got to tell you, that's pretty bad form for Dave because I called him out the week before. No, I called him out Thursday night for doing that with Dulcich. And he's like, I can just do an IR. Like, you really can't do that, dude. ETN or Brees Hall rest of the season?
Wait. Yeah.
Bree.
Brees.
I heard a lot of syllables there. I think the answer was Brees Hall. Adam, go
I
with
think ETN.
I could pull that off. Heath, who are you dressing up as for Halloween?
My wife hasn't told me yet.
Oh, okay.
I only dress up for Halloween because she wants to go somewhere. You know, I am the Grinch that stole Halloween.
Love it.
But every year she ends up telling me like 3 days beforehand that we're going to go as some couple, and whatever she says.
I think you two should go as Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. That's what I think you guys should do.
That sounds expensive.
It's get shut down for this season.
I don't think they will.
We don't know, but my guesstimate is 10 to 20%.
Okay. I always find guesstimate to be a strange word, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of a combination of the two things you're saying.
Well, it's exactly a combination of the two things that I'm saying. It's very astute of you.
It's time to buy Jonathan Taylor.
I think you still can. Time to buy was a couple weeks ago, but yeah, I think it's still fine.
Where did the music for the Game of the Week song come from? Where did it come from? I think it came with the mixer. No, I think I asked this company. They have this company that makes us music sometimes. Like they definitely made us Dave's stripper music. So we used to do fantasy regulators. And I was like, listen, we can't use the song anymore. Can you make me something that sounds like regulators? And this was their version of regulators. So,
I don't like. I've only been on this show for 8 years, but I've never heard anything about Dave's stripper music before.
So we used to call this breaking porn music, but then I forgot. Dave, I think, was taking his shirt off or joking about it, and I played this. But you have to picture
Dave took his shirt off.
Clear night, a clear white moon, more G was on the street. Like that's basically what's going on here. Yeah, Dave stripped. You're not aware of this?
No, I wasn't on that episode.
All right, let's see if we can answer some more questions here. How long should we keep starting Mixon? Struck a nerve with me, Kyle.
I mean, it's a solid 10 to 12 points a week. So, I mean, if you've got more upside or you need more upside, you can bench him. But, I mean, you know exactly what you're getting. So, he's a low-end RB2 and a flex option.
Kyle, the answer is right now. Put him on your bench.
Yeah.
Don't even think about starting him this week.
Yeah, he's on a bye. Let's see. We already answered this. Palmer over Johnston. Adam's the type of guy to not sweat when he works out. I'd have to work out if I got out.
Incorrect.
Mixon or James Cook? Is that a rest of season thing?
James Cook this week.
I prefer James Cook rest of season.
Rest of season? Okay.
I'd probably go Mixon rest of season.
Do you just ride the wave with Adam Thielen or sell?
You ride the wave.
I was 100% ride the wave. And then they changed play callers. And I don't know that I like that. I liked the way that Frank Reich was calling the plays for Adam Thielen.
Yeah. And
I think that there's a very decent chance that the new play caller doesn't want to throw the ball to the 34-year-old 15 times a game.
I have a very good I have a very funny story about the wave, Heath. Remind me to tell it on the podcast if it ever comes up. Should I trade Kamara and Lamb for AJ Brown and Devon Achane?
I could, yeah, I'm okay with that. You're 5-1. I assume Kamara was not your RB1 and maybe not even your RB2. So, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I would, I think. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't either. I'm thinking no, but I don't know what Achane's role is going to be when he comes back. He's small and he got hurt, and I wonder they can't really take that much work off his plate. He wasn't getting that much work anyway. But I don't know.
I think when you have, my expectation, this could be wrong. My expectation is Jeff Wilson's going to average like 5.5 yards a carry. And so I think that they just run these guys and they have two of them getting 15 touches whenever there's two of them. There's one of them getting 20 touches whenever there's one of them. And it will be Mostert and Wilson until HN gets back. And then probably one of the other two will be hurt.
Yeah. J-Rob, who's calmed down, says, Adam, can I please get your genuine thoughts on Chris Godwin? I'm going to let you guys answer this. Should I drop Godwin for Jacoby Myers, Drake London, or Zay Flowers? And love you, Tara.
Oh, man. Love you too. That's a tough question. It really is. I'm inclined to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm inclined to do it.
I think the hard part about the question is we exist mostly in 12-team leagues. And so the idea of dropping Chris Godwin's just kind of repulsive. But for Jacoby Myers or Zay Flowers, yes, either one.
It's weird to buy Jacoby Myers the way I'm buying Jacoby Myers. You know, it's not like Nico Collins, I could kind of get it, right? But for Myers to have this kind of breakout, it's a little surprising. But he just looks terrific out there. But in general, your thoughts on Godwin, guys? Oh, hello!
Hey there!
Will you say hi? You say hi?
Hi!
Awesome.
Got some Chris Godwin thoughts over there? Or what's, I gotta get.
He actually does like football. He really does. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Chris Godwin is a number 3 wide receiver. And there's probably going to be a couple of touchdowns coming, so he'll be better than he's been so far. But I don't think Baker is going to support 2 starting wide receivers.
FYI, I'm the one who traded my girlfriend James Cook and Anthony Richardson for Bijan. She still loves me, but we don't talk fantasy anymore.
That's fantastic.
All right, last question here. Would you trade Drake London? Would you sell high on Drake London in a keeper league?
No.
Okay. Oh, he heard the grapefruit slander. That must have been what it was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet that kid's never had grapefruit.
No, never. Loves tangerines, though.
You're a good mom. If they were bad, I'd give them grapefruit. I might give out some grapefruit for Halloween. See how that goes.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Thanks very much. Enjoy the game tonight. Make sure you check out FFT and 5 after the game, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning with the waiver wire. See ya.